10 and fewest yards allowed, and each wants to prove that it is no fluke. The Panthers are top 10 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Cardinals, who will need to find a way to move the football.
Larry, with a beautiful skyline towering just to the right of us, you get a look inside Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers. Play clock winding down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. The numbers for Cooks in that game last week: 6 catches, 108 yards.
When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving yards, and he's number 7 currently, hoping to move up as time goes on.
A big hit. Knocked down sideways. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Seven yards to go on second down. They'll drop to throw. Wilson snags it left side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And give him a gain of 37.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. And it's first and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now they try the right side here. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Second and goal from the 2-yard line. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds. and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend usually. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second down following the run. Again, it's Hyde. Shoves him away. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs. From the gun, it's Taylor. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talk to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sheldon Richardson forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And the Panthers coming out now. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff? But they all made sure to let us know we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to walk. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. Brandon Cooks, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the #1 thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2nd down, 8. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Here's Taylor. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Wilson, the tight end, goes in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another 1st down as well. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now a handoff looking right. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly. Allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And let's look at Carlos Hyde now. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. They run it again with Hyde. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
First down, a run with Hyde. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack. And
some room to work. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Room to run past midfield. 34 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Let's go.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. And Brate, the tight end's got it. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Taylor will throw again. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on 1st down. Out to the flat for Hyde. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ritt. And apparently that's all, Larry. So much for the halftime report. We'll see you in the postgame. We're ready to get to the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now Taylor. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They go play action now. Taylor. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now here's Ross. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
That's complete to John Ross. 23 yards on the play. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to launch this thing. Wait it, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Got a man right side, it's Sharp. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. The dive unsuccessful. The big fella can't pick it up. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Well, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
He dumps it to Hyde. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Taylor on first down. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down, Hyde. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's Taylor to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit him over the top.
And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And we're back now in Charlotte. The Cardinals on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Let's go. White 90. White 90.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They come out here in the eye. They try again with Hyde. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
They'll run for it with Hyde. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Carlos Hyde, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals claw one back. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well,
the Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Al Woods able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Looking to throw. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Robinson's got it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd down now after the pass completion. From the gun, it's Taylor. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
On first down, it's Taylor. Complete here. It's Hyde. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Defense showing blitz.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be second down. In the red zone this time.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38.
Another tote for the afternoon workhorse. It's Hyde. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The Cardinals on third down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 5.
Grand 38.
Taylor going to give now to Williams. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your...
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, it's been a tough day, but they finally were able to get one into the end zone, and maybe the offense will feel a little bit better about itself going into next week.
And if you're a coach taking that into next week, I know you're upset, but it is a little bit more respectable, somewhat of a moral victory, right?
Yeah, they probably won't say a lot of that to the team, but it is true. It's something for them to build on, and then they can call their mom and tell her, hey, Mom, for your fantasy points, we got you a few down the stretch.
And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Carolina getting set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And now here's a carry heading left. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
On second down, Taylor. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Hurry up, here we go. We're back 99 Philly, here we go. No, check, Patriot.
That one looks like he'll throw here. They've got his man complete. Give him 30 yards there. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 38-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. The Panthers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll send a receiver in motion left. He'll drop to throw. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, oh, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Go. Over. All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. On second down, here's Taylor. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Damian Williams, the man he was looking for. And it's third and short.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Now it's Taylor. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Would it be safe to say that as